Good morning, motor cars. Today is Thursday, January 21st, and I'm Steve Walkoff, and this is
Brad Burr,
and we're coming to you live from the Toyota Service Department.
On this day in history, in 2009, Toyota officially became the largest automaker on the planet.
So today's word of the day is about rejection, and we're not talking about in our personal life, we're talking in our business life. When we have a sales presentation and we spend a lot of time, 2 hours with a customer on a car or 30, 40 minutes diagnosing a vehicle, spend all the time to make a sales quote, and the customer says, I want to think about it. Brad, what are they really saying?
Well, ultimately what they're saying is either they're politely saying no, they're stalling, or they don't completely understand what is being presented to them. There are times that the customer may not perceive value, or they may not be the decision maker, but more often than not, it's to stall or kindly say no.
So what we really think is, as a salesperson, is, it's a customer's fault that they didn't buy. We've done our job. We've presented all the benefits and the features, but it's really not the customer's fault. It's really our fault because we really haven't done everything that we should have done to prevent the customer from saying, I want to think about it, or I want to sleep on it.
What this usually boils down to are two avenues of thought. Either the customer has a need or a want. Either they need their car to be fixed, or they want something to be taken care of. When it comes down to the needs, it's our job to give every option, be prepared, so that if a customer kindly says they have to think about it or they're not sure today, we're prepared to give them all of the options and let them know that this is a need, not a want.
So did we ask enough questions to discover the true buying motive? Did we create any urgency? Did we offer a value proposition that in the customer's mind favors them? Did we establish a good rapport with the customer? And did we have friendly dialogue through the whole process? And most importantly, did we create a differentiation between motor cars and our competition? What kind of values did we add? And the values have to be to the customer's benefit. I say perception's reality. Many people have heard me say that a lot of time, but is a guest's perceived value. What's important to them? If we say we have free cookies and pop, but they don't drink soda or eat cookies, it's no value. If we give a shuttle ride, but they live 30 miles away, that's not a perceived value. So what's important to them, not to us?
One thing often with that is that we have to establish, when talking to the customer, see what is their perceived value, but also what are their needs. Now, when I say what are their needs, I don't necessarily mean what are their repair needs or what do their cars need, but what do they need? Clearly, we give them the options to either fix the car or not fix the car, but we need to go further and find out, is it a time factor? Is it a money factor? Like Steve says, do they trust us? They feel that our recommendations are accurate.
So in order to overcome this objection, I want to think about it, we have to uncover the guest desires outcome. So what's their true outcome for the sales transaction? And then we have to get our presentation to the point where they're not going to think about it. Prevention is the key. We have to reduce the customer's doubt. We can't force the sale. We need to portray a picture of value, and we need to control the guest's emotions. So by doing that, we need to listen to what they're really saying, not by what their words are saying. We need to ask for the sale, and if they don't say, yes, I want to buy, and they do say, I want to think about it, the key there is then to
ask them, be upfront.
You want to ask them and be upfront. You want to sorry, Brad. You want to ask them. You want to ask them exactly, if you can. Hey, can I ask you, up front? Is there something I didn't present? Is there something else that we didn't ask you? If I could do this, would it be able to make the purchase? So you want to find a reason, the exact reason why they're not buying, and then go back and answer that question so that they might say yes at that point.
Often we remove ourselves from the customer's point of view because we do this job over and over. And we sell brake pads or we sell an exhaust or tires. for that matter, to numerous people throughout the day. But sometimes we need to take a step back and put ourselves in the customer's shoes, or at least try to, who's in front of you, and kind of read their body language and determine if if they're seeing the value, or are we not presenting it in a manner that they feel is the best benefit for them. So like each one of us as being a consumer, when you have a customer in front of you, you need to ask, like you said, all the probing questions up front. Try to determine what their needs are, what makes them comfortable, if they're here to have something fixed, or if it's something that was that we discovered. They need to have all the facts up front, see the value in repairing it here with us, and understand every option. Sometimes even before money is discussed.
Well, thank you very much for listening. We hope that next time somebody says, I want to think about it, that you have an answer and you can respond to that objection. One further note to announce is that on Thursday, the 28th, is our chili cook-off, and Chuck has doubled the bet, so he's not going to be beaten. So anybody that wants to challenge Chuck, it's double the bet. See you next week.
Bye-bye.